Hello and thanks for joining me today. This is Patti Behan, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make a do-it-yourself stamp and stencil storage binder to organize your Wendy Vecchi stamps, your letterette stencils, and letterette stamps. This will probably fit other 5x7 stamps too, so let's get started. To begin, you're going to need an 8.5 by 11 page protector, and I would try to get the heaviest weight that you can. This way it will keep your stamp securely in the page. And I've created a template for you, and you can download it in the link below and print it out. And then you'll also need another 8.5 by 11 piece of chipboard, and then a smaller piece of chipboard that'll fit this cutting guide right here. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut out the template here, and then we're going to get some removable tape, and we're going to adhere that to the chipboard, and you're going to put the top line flush with the top of the chipboard. This way you only have to cut out 3 sides instead of all 4. And then once that's securely on there, you're going to take your paper trimmer and cut on the bottom line like that, and then grab a pair of scissors and cut off the 2 ends. Okay, once you finish that, you can take off the pattern and set that aside. And now next we are going to make the page protector guide. So again, take your other pattern, put some removable adhesive on the back of the pattern, and then align the pattern so that the pockets there are in the middle of your chipboard. And then I'm using a Wendy Vecchi Make Art stylus, and I'm going to trace the lines for the pockets onto the chipboard. This is just going to leave an impression so that when I take the pattern off, that I can put a pen mark there. Okay, and once that's done, you see you have a line that you could follow to put your pen marks. So go ahead and grab your ruler and place it on those lines and mark it with a pen. And I want to remind you that since you printed off the guide and it's close to the edges, you just want to make sure you have a good placement and that you check that everything is going to work out before you start to cut and sew anything. Okay, so now once that's done, you're going to place the chipboard into the page protector. And very important to note is that you want the holes to be on the left side. Otherwise, your page is going to be backwards. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut on the lines, find your straight edge that we made before, and get a craft knife. And then position it on the line, and then just cut all 3 sides. And you don't want to go all the way to the edge. You just want to go near the edge. So again, check to make sure your placement is good. Okay, and then it's like this after you're finished. And I'm going to do one more just so that you see how it goes again. Take your chipboard, place it in the page protector, and grab your straight edge again, and then cut on the lines, making sure to check that you're not going too close to the edge. You can always adjust. Okay, and then once that's done, check that you cut all the way through. Okay, and now we're ready to sew these up. So you just sew on a regular sewing machine, and I have my template again, and this is going to be our guide. Again, line it up to the top and place it in the machine so the line is flush with the needle, like so. And then you want to start at the very end of the page protector. And then you can put your footer down and then place the needle into the page protector and remove the template and just sew all the way across. And then once that's done, this is optional. I tied off the ends, so I just made a regular knot. I did it a few times. And I did on both sides. And then trim the edges here. Okay, and now we're going to go to the middle one and line it up again. And before you do this part, again, check to make sure your stamps are going to fit in the pocket. It's pretty close for the measurement wise. So, okay, and then you take your template out of the way and start to sew across the page. Tie them off and trim off the extra thread. I'll do it one more time to show you again. Line up your template. Put it in the machine, sew it across, tie off the ends and trim it. And then again, you're going down the middle. Always check every time to make sure that you have it in the right position. Okay, I'm going to trim this last one here. And now I'm going to show you how easy it is to organize everything. Okay, so here I've already done a bunch of these pages. Once you get going, it doesn't take long at all. And I'm going to go ahead and put my stencils first in here. Just slip them in and then make sure the flap is closing, like so. And then that's it. And then the flaps help it so that if your binder turns upside down, they won't fall out. I know that I've organized my stamps like this before that didn't have the pockets at the top, the little flaps, and they fall out sometimes. So this is a better solution. Now I'm just putting my stamps in there as well. Stick them in your binder. I love to store my stamps this way because then you can just flip through the pages and see what you have. And you can also save your template for as your stamp collection grows, you want to add more pages. So keep that in the back there. And then that's it. You're all organized and you won't be struggling looking for that stamp you wanted. So I hope you enjoyed this and you'll give it a try. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.